So, hi guys, I'm from CST Entertainment, and now I'm going to show you a cheap ArtNet node and how to configure it and how to use it. So let's get started. So this right here is the most cheapest ArtNet node, but for small gigs it can be useful. For myself, I put it into Rect to give it a bit of a look. It's actually really simple. You have a 5 to 24 volt DC power input, the Ethernet connection and the 6 DMX connections, which can be either input or output, but I will talk about it later. Most lighting console software can output ArtNet. This is a digital signal which comes out of your console through an internet port. Through this one port and one cable, you can use many universes, which means many channels, through only one cable. If you started wondering that does it support MA, then not really. If you already have an MA device, like a node or an NPU, then it does. But if you only have the MA on PC software and you connect it to your PC, then you have no chance. So first you need to connect your node to your computer by using a simple Ethernet cable. Then open up your web browser and type in the default IP of the node, which is 2.0.0.2. But in my case, because I already changed it, I need to type in 10.0.0.120. And then you need to see the same page like this. You have a home page where there's nothing and device control. This is the interesting part. Here you can change the IP address of the node. This should be 2.0.0.2 in your case, if it's the factory. As you can see, mine is 10.0.0.120. The subnet mask will be good for 255.0.0.0. Important, if you do any changes, then you must press the reboot button. Otherwise, it won't load the changes to the node. You have some other options to switch between ArtNet or streaming ACN. Up here you can configure the different ports to be an input or an output that could be useful on bigger stages. Which is interesting that you can set that which universe you want to output through that port. You need to be the standard here, which is 0. For me, I changed it, but I will talk about it in a minute. And now go back and try to connect it to a lighting control software. So let's get to it. So first you need to check for your computer's IP address, because in this case you use your computer as your lighting control desk. So go to network and internet settings, and you need the Ethernet port, change adapter settings, you have Ethernet there, and open properties. Here you need to find which says IPv4. Go there, and probably you have ticked there that obtain an IP address automatically. But for us, need this to give the computer our own IP address. The following steps are really basic, but I will show you everything from step to step. So let's go. So here you should set the computer's IP address. If you use your node standard IP, which is 2.0.0.2, then this IP address needs to be something like 2.0.0.10, for example. It could be anything between 0 and 255, except 2, because 2 is already taken by your node. So in my case, because my node is at 10.0.0.120, I need to add something like 10.0.0.100, which is, this is similar to the node's IP and this is different, that ending. You need a subnet mask, which will be good for 255.0.0.0. Hit OK, and there you go. Now I'm going to use another software called Untitled or something like that. It's a free software and it shows all the universes and what's happening in those universes. It's a really cool piece of software. Let me show you. So, as you can see, here is my computer's or desk's IP, and it shows me all the nodes. This is my software, which is the Chamsys MagicQ on PC. All the enabled 6 universes. You can see if something is happening inside the universe, and here you have the node. So you need to see all of this. If you don't see your node, that's a problem. And now I will show you how to set your on-PC software. So let's go. This is Chamsys MagicQ on PC. Go to Setup, and you need the main settings. Go for Network, and you need to find the IP address. Here you need to type the IP address that you typed in to your computer's IP. So for myself it's 10.0.0.100. Probably you went with 2.0.0 something. So you should check for this IP here, this one, and you need to type the exact same IP to here. It is important because now you are using your computer as a desk. Set the subnet mask as well, and that's it. Then you should go for your DMX.io settings, and you can see your universes from 1 to 18 here, and it has the output type, which is ARPANET. And something about Chamsys which is a little bit weird, that you have universe 1 here, but it is actually ARPANET universe 0, but whatever. You should enable this by clicking on it double and hit enable, or just hit enter. Enable the first 6 universes, and then if you go back to the Untitled, you need to see with this deep green background the enable universes. So if I disable, let's say, the 5th and the 3rd one, like so. If I go back, as you can see, okay, I'm mistaken, but okay, this is embarrassing. And like, that is 3 and that is 2. all 6 enabled. In Chamsys you can test the ArtNet output right here. So it is ArtNet output 0, and you can test it with fuzz or ramps, or give the pause, and as you saw, the light came on. But if you go here to the art automator, you can see as it sends a pulse through the universe 0. So how I'm using this setup right now is that I have 4 outputs of node, and each light has its own universe. So the first universe for the first light, second universe for the second light, third universe for the third light, and fourth universe for the fourth light. I have 4 ADJ MagicQ pluses on the QC rig, and they are patched to Chamsys MagicQ. So this one is to universe 1, which is on the node is universe 0, but in Chamsys it's universe 1. So the left one is at universe 1 and DMX 1, which is the address is 001. The next one is universe 2 on DMX 001. The third one is on the third universe, also on the first channel, and the fourth is on universe 4 and also on the fourth channel. So if I select the first light, give it some intensity, as you can see, it perfectly does what it should. As I said, you can set some pretty cool things in the node's port settings. So let me show you. So if you go back to your browser where you got your node settings, what is really interesting that you can change the universe which goes out on that port. So this can be interesting because if you do small gigs with this node, and let's say you have 4 lights and 4 totems or 4 trusses, whatever, and you don't want to cable it like go up for the first, go down, go up for the second, go down, go up for the third, and so on, you can use this node as a DMX splitter. So basically you come out from this node by 4 cables, and 1 cable goes for each totems. So let me show you. So instead of each port has different universes, you can do that the 5th port, which is universe 0 in my case, that can stay there, but for the 4th port you can still give universe 0. Save. The 3rd port still can be universe 0, and the 2nd port still can be universe 0. Reboot it, and now as you can see, all the lights came up because the first light, they are on the same DMX channel, like all of them are 001, and because they are on the same universe, they all came on. I have connected them with 4 different outputs. But let me change the settings first in MagicQ. So go for your patch, and as you can see, these are on different universes here. But what I would like to do is to set it to the first universe and channel, I believe, 6. I hope that's right. This is good for channel 11 maybe. That is good, because my lights are running in 5-channel mode, so they are using 5 channels like an RGB, UV and the master dimmer. So first universe and 16 I believe. Okay, so now I need to go for the lights and change their DMX addresses to correspond with these. Give me a sec. So if I go back to here and I can select the first one, which is on channel 1. So now they are all on the same first universe, but on different channels. So the first light is on channel 1, as you can see, it does what it should. If I select the third one, which is on universe 1 and on channel 11, I can say density and it does what it should. This is a kinda basic solution if you have your show file and you don't want to mess with the patch. But I will show you the proper way to do it. So go back to your patch and you need to split the 4 lights to 4 different universes, as I had. So the first one is on the first universe, channel 1. Then you have everything from channel 6 to 512. The second light needs to go to universe 2 and can go to channel 1 as well. The third one, universe 3, channel 1. The fourth one is universe 4 and channel 1. Okay, so all my lights are on channel 1, but on different universes. So if I go back to here and set it back, so each port outputs different universes, like, so the port 5 needs to be universe 0, that's good. Port 4, universe 1, save it. Port 3, universe 2, save it. Port 2, universe 3, save it. Reboot it. Okay, and that light came on, because in Chamsys I have selected the second light, hit red, and the dimmer is at 100. So the second one is selected, I can do whatever I want. Select the fourth light, which is on universe 4, channel 1, bring up the intensity and do everything. And this is going to be the end of the video, but if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I think I will do some more in-depth video about this DMX stuff or ArtNet in the future, maybe. I hope I could help you even with this. If you have any questions, please let me know, and thanks for taking your time.